I have just finished testifying. I answered every one of their questions as fully as I could, based on what I knew, and what I knew is what I said in my statement this morning. I never met Jeffrey Epstein, never had any connection or communication with him. I knew Ghislaine Maxwell casually as an acquaintance, but whatever they asked me, I did my very best to respond. It was disappointing that they refused to hold a public hearing, so I wouldn't have to be out here characterizing it for you. You could have seen it for yourself. We had asked for that. We think it would have been better for the committee and its efforts to gather whatever information they are seeking. We had a bit of a challenge in the beginning because we had agreed upon rules based on the fact it was going to be a closed hearing at their demand, and one of the members violated that rule, which was very upsetting because it suggested that they might violate other of our agreements. So we had to cease the hearing for a period of time until we could get assurances that no rules would be broken going forward, and we returned to answer questions repetitively, literally over and over again. I don't know how many times I had to say I did not know Jeffrey Epstein. I never went to his island. I never went to his homes. I never went to his offices. So it's on the record numerous times. It then got, at the end, quite unusual because I started being asked about UFOs and a series of questions about Pizzagate, one of the most vile, bogus conspiracy theories that was propagated on the internet, that was serving as the basis of a member's questions to me. So I can only say that the best exchange that I had came at the very end, when, contrary to every other deposition they have taken, no Republican member asked any questions about Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell to anyone else they have deposed. And in fact, the Republican members didn't even show up for the deposition of Les Wexner. And when I said that, I had to point out that the only questions that any Republican member asked of any of the people they deposed was of former Attorney General Bill Barr, when Chairman Comer asked him about the allegations, in his view, about Russia's involvement in my election in 2016. So at the very end of this hearing, after I made that point, I want to commend Chairman Comer for raising a series of significant questions that I responded to about the nature of the investigation and the areas that I thought should be explored. So I appreciated that. I want to see the truth come out. So that was a reassuring way to end a very long, repetitive deposition.
Secretary, you spoke in your opening remarks about how heartbroken you have been for the Epstein survivors as these files have come out.
Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this panel show are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of this channel, its affiliates, sponsors, or production team. This content is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. We encourage respectful dialogue and critical thinking around the topics discussed.
Party. Why I like the new party? Number one, it's a group of people that's on a panel We all have differences, but we all basically still come together at the end of the day. The new party for me is about unity. The new party for me is about educating people to the truth, letting people know what's been going on in our country. With that being said, shout out to the new party, man. We're going to keep it going with y'all.
Welcome to the new party. I'm Nora Christine.
I'm Gray Mars.
I'm Enzo.
It's Mia.
And tonight we have a guest on the new party. Lamb, introduce yourself and let everybody know where they can find you.
Hey, yeah. So my name is Lamb Chop. I go by Lamb Chop TV on TikTok. You guys can usually find me on Millie's panel Monday through Friday, 12 to 4 p.m., covering all the news, and usually on Enzo's in the evening, debating crazy people.
And and Lamb's specialty is Iran. So
yeah, geopolitics.
Geopolitics. So he will be with us for the show to give us his insight. But we're going to watch the rest of the intro clip and then get everybody's reactions. In that first clip that you saw, if you've been with us the whole time, that was Hillary Clinton after her deposition in Chippewa, New York. How lovely. She didn't have to go fly to Washington, D.C. like most people do. So let's watch the rest and then we can give some reactions. Okay, wait, here it is. Sorry, my bad.
The fact that the former president, your husband, Bill Clinton, is referenced in the Epstein files, New York Times, including in some photos featuring women. And how have you been personally preparing for the deposition that is coming tomorrow? Are you 100% confident that there isn't anything that the former president knows about Epstein's crimes?
I am, and I think the chronology of the connection that he had with Epstein ended several years before anything about Epstein's criminal activities came to light, and that he was charged and sadly given a sweetheart deal, which, as I said in my statement, had that not happened, perhaps his predatory behavior could have been stopped earlier. But I think it is fair to say that the vast majority of people who had contact with him before his criminal pleas in 2008 were like most people. They did not know what he was doing. And I think that that is exactly what my husband will testify to tomorrow.
Madam Secretary, do you believe this was a fair hearing? And do you still want to testify publicly, even though you gave this deposition?
Well, I'm not going to do it again. They had a chance to do it in public, and I wish they had done it in public. And I think they're making the wrong decision, avoiding doing it in public. I thought it was very repetitive. I thought that they asked literally the same questions over and over again, which didn't seem to me to be very productive. And then, as I said, toward the end, there were other questions that were totally off subject. So if they are going to fulfill their responsibilities to literally investigate the investigations, which is what they originally said was the scope of their work, I think they could have spent the day more productively.
Madam Secretary, what was your reaction to President Trump's phone? What is this, Madam Secretary?
Can I ask, why was Colleen Maxwell invited to the daughter Chelsea Clinton's wedding in 2010? She'd already been mentioned in a civil lawsuit by Virginia Giuffre before that. Jeffrey Epstein had already been convicted before that.
She came as the +1, the guest of someone who was invited.
Madam Secretary, can you tell us your reaction, please, to the photos of your husband in the hot tub in the swimming pool?
What message does it say that President Trump was
I
not
don't
called to
know
testify?
when the video will be out. I don't know when the transcript will be out. We've asked that they be out as quickly as possible, and then you can see.
Madam
you can
Secretary,
see
what was your
everything.
reaction to this photo?
So Enzo, what was the point of the people asking her questions and the deposition asking about Pizzagate, the UFO, and things like that?
tried to see what she'll be honest on, which is obviously nothing like usual. It's Hillary Clinton stating herself. The whole Pizzagate thing, because I mean, wasn't that like a part of like the emails and everything that got deleted? Isn't that when that all came out? So yeah, of course they're going to question her on that and her affiliation to Pizzagate, which is not a fucking conspiracy in the slightest. That has all been proven true. And the UFOs, that's a little weird though. That's I made a face about that. Like, what does that have to do with Hillary? I personally don't know. I just don't understand how her and Bill were not held in contempt and that they got the entire hearing to go to them. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, this is so ass backwards. Like, James Comer, they bent you over. What? Like, no, like this annoyed the living hell out of me. I'm happy that they testified, but not how it's going.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really odd that they went to them and they didn't fly. They're millionaires. They can make their way there. This is a clip explaining when something, I guess someone leaked a photo and then they paused it. Let's watch.
From now, but the Associated Press is reporting Hillary Clinton in testimony says, and she's under oath, she has no information on Epstein's criminal activities and never recalls meeting him. Jason.
That may be true, but I think the question is, what about the money? I think what you're going to see from this, again, no allegation of necessarily breaking the law, but what about the money? I think the money trail is the primary question.
Okay, it didn't say it. Mia, what's your thoughts on the deposition today? Why did they let them? Why did it come to them versus them going to DC?
I mean, because of the Clintons. Follow the money. The Clinton Foundation controls, we're talking billions of dollars worth of assets, the connections. I mean, these people were made. Like, even before they hit Washington, I mean, Hillary Clinton comes from an extremely affluent family. I mean, we're talking about connections that have been made over the last 60 years. I think this is all just for show. Nothing is going to come up of this. We know they're guilty. They know they're guilty. They'll never see a courtroom. Sex crimes never get prosecuted because there's always a statute of limitations. And Congress would never pass a nationwide legislation making it so that you could prosecute them outside the legislation, because half of them would be in jail. So, I mean, this is all just like this weird pony show. I don't know why we're doing it. It's a waste of taxpayer money. Nothing's ever going to happen.
Fair enough. This is what Hillary Clinton had to say when she was asked about, the connection and why they're coming after them.
Offered that. They want to pull us. Why do they want to pull us into this? To divert attention from President Trump. This is not complicated. This is so obvious, and they keep trying to divert. Look at this shiny object. We're going to have the Clintons, even Hillary Clinton, who never met the guy. We're going to have her there. Let's focus on what's really happening here. You have an attorney general and a Justice Department attempting to hide information that should be made public.
Lamb, what's your thoughts on all of this? Why do you think that the Trump administration justice system is coming after the Clintons?
I mean, I think the Clintons have had this coming for a long time. Unfortunately, I also didn't really have a lot of high hopes due to it being the Clintons of anything productive coming out of this deposition. I think we all assumed that, Hillary was gonna plead the fifth her way out of this entire thing. I'm assuming Bill's gonna do the same thing. I think this is a waste of time, and like, as much as I would love for something to come out of this, I just don't see anything coming out of this.
Gray, you don't believe in conspiracy theories, or you believe in limited ones. What's your thoughts on the Pizzagate, the UFOs? Why were they asking them about that? Do you think that this is a witch hunt against the Democrats?
I think the UFO specifically is because, and I talked about this on the Man Cave when Obama in that interview said that aliens exist. I think that specifically. As far as the Pizzagate thing, I don't remember if they were talking about Hillary specifically with that, but I think that was attached to the whole IKEA furniture. Not IKEA. What's the one that they said?
You're right. Well, not IKEA. The
Talking about Wayfair?
furniture.
Wayfair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the whole thing with that. So that's probably why they was asking her about that. So those conspiracies are what hold some weight, and that's why they're asking them. It's probably some sort of distraction. Do I feel like Hillary Clinton knew? She didn't know about Monica Lewinsky, supposedly. So it's possible that Bill Clinton could have been doing what he was doing and she didn't know.
So, I mean, you really think she didn't know? You don't think she knows where the bodies are buried? You think she didn't? Do you
She's
think
the
she
one
didn't know
hiding the
about
bodies.
Lewinsky when Lewinsky was happening? Do you really look me in the face and say you don't believe she knew about Lewinsky when Lewinsky was happening?
As a guy, I would rather her know about Monica Lewinsky than a Diddy freak off. So I don't know. He might have said, hey, I did this, but I didn't do this, and that. I mean, dudes lie to their women all the time, and she's working, so it's possible.
Gino said it best. She knew Monica was his side piece. She had side pieces. Allegedly, I remember as a child growing up, they said that Hillary was into women just like Bill. That's what was on the headlines. I remember seeing that as a child. So, I mean, great. Come on now. Tell the truth. I know you know we got to support your Democrats. Tell the truth. But anyways, people keep saying that nothing's going to come of this. There have been firings and fallouts. Let's watch.
Fox News alert, the Epstein blast radius is expanding and more names added to the list. Larry Summers, a top operative for Clinton and Obama, today announced he's resigning from Harvard at the end of the year after getting exposed in the files. And Bill Gates is saying sorry. In a town hall at his foundation yesterday, he confessed to having 2 affairs with Russian women while married to his now very wealthy ex-wife, and admitted to flying on Epstein's plane and spending time with him in the U.S. and abroad. But he maintains he did nothing illicit. The billionaire said he met with Epstein starting in 2011, years after Epstein had pleaded guilty in 2008 to soliciting a minor for prostitution. Gates said he was aware of some 18-month thing that had limited Epstein's travel, but said he didn't properly check his background. And we're finding out U.S. Virgin Islands Democrat Governor Albert Bryan Jr. apparently gave Epstein special treatment just before his arrest, helping Epstein with a construction problem he had on Pedophile Island. The global fallout continues. Prince Andrew was first. Now his ex-wife is keeping a low profile, bouncing between properties, even checking into one of the world's most expensive wellness clinics. Reports say she maintained contact with Epstein after his release from prison and even introduced him to her goddaughter. The pressure on Andrew isn't going away. Whistleblowers now alleging he spent taxpayer money on massages. Earlier this month, Prince Andrew was kicked out of his home, the Royal Lodge, and he didn't take it too well. According to the Daily Mail, he shouted, "You can't do this to me. I'm the Queen's son." Remember, Andrew stepped back from royal duties in 2019. Why is he still living on royal property? The Times of London obtained a copy of his lease. Apparently, he hasn't paid rent in 2 decades. He's an international embarrassment. Pranksters hung the prince's arrest photo inside the Louvre in Paris. The Epstein bomb is hitting every corner of the earth. Norway's former prime minister, you know, the one who awarded Obama the Nobel Peace Prize, also known as, quote, Mr. Human Rights, was just charged with gross corruption. They're investigating if he accepted gifts, travel, and loans from Epstein. He says he's innocent, but he's in the files, telling Epstein this: if Trump wins, I'll settle on your island. And he just checked himself into a hospital due to the strain arising in the wake of this case. Maybe he could visit Fergie at that wellness hospital. Now, the British government is about to unseal more documents tied to the former ambassador to the U.S., Peter Mandelson, who was arrested in the Epstein investigation. New emails appear to show Mandelson leaking sensitive information to Epstein. He also says he's innocent, but here he is in the files in his underwear. Why do we know so little? Well, documents show that in July 2019, days after Epstein was arrested, the FBI told the NYPD's sex crimes unit to, quote, stand down. Quote, FBI reached out to NYPD leadership already, and they were told that SUV has been directed to stand down and that all Epstein stuff needs to go to and through us. This was right after Epstein was arrested, as New York prosecutors were actively trying to interview victims, build cases, look at co-conspirators. Why cut them out right then? Was that standard procedure or something else? Plus, a 2020 DOJ email refers to a confidential...
What the hell you got going in the chat, Gray? This person is weird. Only time in my... What the hell are we talking about? Are you about to go to a Diddy freak off? This is getting a little weird for me.
That's my friend from high school.
Oh, I don't know.
What you getting into, Gray?
I don't know. Like, that's a little weird for me. Anyways, Kimberly, do you think we're finally see some people that will be held accountable in justice for the Epstein files?
Gray's in the Epstein files. Just kidding. No, I think this is all for show. I think I would love to see the transcript. I'm willing to bet they didn't ask any questions of substance. It's this for that. We're gonna show force. We're gonna placate our MAGA base. We're gonna depose Hillary Clinton. We're gonna ask her some serious questions. I'm willing to bet that the people in that press conference asked better questions than they did at the actual deposition. Because if they were to ask real questions, it would implicate both sides. And then you see Fox News going hard at basically anybody that doesn't touch their side. So both sides are doing it kind of, at this point, it's kind of all creeping out, and you have to address it. You can't not address it, but they're going to do it a little bit here and there so that they both at least appear to their bases. Like if they're doing something when they're really not, like Mia said, we're really not going to get any accountability here. That news anchor, I forgot his name, he said that people are being held accountable all over the world, not in this country. Like, I would love to see that level of accountability here. And I would love to see all of the files released. Also, Hillary Clinton, I'm with her. Look at her. She looks so beautiful. She's so believable. She is my president, the best to ever do it. She's definitely not hiding anything. And that's a sham marriage. Their royal bloodline, it was a sham marriage. They were placed together for political benefit. They don't actually love each other. Actually, I think the only person that dislikes Hillary Clinton more than I do is Bill Clinton himself. And they're not going to ask her any like real questions because, like I said, it will implicate all of them, including Donald Trump. But yeah, what else do you want to know? I can talk about Epstein files all day long. Also, quick side note, it's really sad, all of the sex abuse, child sex abuse, and all the other grotesque Satanism, hedonism, paganism that you see in there. A small glimpse of the reality, but there's also a lot of insider training, a lot of real corruption, a lot of really dark things that are worth prosecuting with, but they're not going to because it implicates both sides.
I agree that the stuff I saw in the emails, the financial things, you were able to prosecute on that, and they were 100%. You can track the money on that. Maybe not the kid stuff. I mean, the kid stuff is going to be hard, but the financial things I read, you can prosecute that if you really wanted to.
Yeah, but they're not going to. Just like they're not going to, like when Trump bombed Iran, they're not going to impeach and remove him for that because Democrats do that too, which they should have, but they won't. They're going to try to impeach him on some low-level side shit that they can't really get him on, but the real stuff with regards to not just the Epstein files, but in anything, they're not going to implicate each other. I wish that the working class had class solidarity like the elite do. They're all putting on a show, and Hillary Clinton, unlike Kamala Harris, who I can't even imagine her putting all those sentences together like that, is actually a very good orator. She's effective, and she comes off as believable. She's full of shit. She's one of the worst.
Bill was a big time talker.
Well, I knew it was fake when Lauren Brobart took a picture and sent it to Benny Johnson, and they had to halt the entire thing.
Can you show my screen?
Like,
I
know
know
it was
one of
fake.
the photos that came out. This came out of the deposition today.
Jesus Christ.
But you know what I mean? Like, I knew it was fake then. Because if it was real and they really wanted the information and they really planned on prosecuting people, everybody would have taken it serious. And that something as minor as that would not have happened.
Right.
Can I just say the best part of that entire thing, by the way? I don't know if y'all have seen it. Did y'all see Benny's tweet and Lauren's tweet after that entire thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna play it now. The real picture that came out of her. I'm gonna play it now, and then I'm gonna let Kamal be the last person to go on this. Here we go.
I had to show the fake one. Sorry.
Erupts as Hillary Clinton halts her Epstein testimony after MAGA lawmaker took photo of closed door deposition. Oh, they're mad at Benny Johnson. Boebert did it. Oh, Benny Johnson just got the photo. I love Boebert. She sends me messages all the time asking questions about stuff. A bunch of them do. I love these Congress people. I have like 20 Congress people send me messages all the time. What, is this true? Can you send me that? And I'm busy and I don't send. They're like, hey, send me all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my God. I need like 5 staff members that are great researchers. They're all great, like Thomas Siska, who can just supply Congress with all the stuff they want. I'm not bragging, I'm just seeing Boebert. Go back to that headline. Who are they blaming? Because they're saying it's Boebert. Chaos represents Hillary Clinton halts her Epstein testimony after MAGA lawmaker took photo of closed door deposition. Yeah, Boebert. Oh my God.
So, what do you think about that leak, Kamal?
The leak, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really interested in the fucking leak. I'm interested in Hillary Clinton knowing that Bill Clinton was getting head. We know that woman knew that Bill Clinton would get the sloppy top. Stop it, Gray. Goddamn Hillary Clinton knew about that. You feel me? But what's up to everybody on the panel, you feel me? And what's up, Lamb Chop? I came in a little late. You know, I had a work meeting and stuff like that. That was very interesting, but it's coming from Alex Jones, and I can't trust that motherfucker. I'm telling y'all right now, whatever he say, you got to take it with a grain of salt. You feel me? You know what happened with him and Sandy Hooks. Just saying. But yeah, can I get the Bill Gates real quick? Bray out here was like, I wasn't on the island, but I gave them 2 Russian broads my Microsoft. At the end of the day, yeah. Nah, he was like, hey, I wasn't on that island with kids, but I was still cheating and shit. It's like, man, y'all always on the goddamn island, bro. All of them was on the island. Every last one of them. Yet Microsoft, all in it. All pun intended. You feel me? But at the end of the day, I ain't gonna lie, I'm tired of hearing this Epstein file shit, man. Can we just get the files goddamn out? I'm tired of hearing this horse shit. God damn. Like, every time with the Epstein files is, somebody else name on the list. Somebody else name on the list. Look, man, we know that damn near everybody that got hella money like that was on that damn island. All right? I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm ready to listen to something else at this point. You feel me? Let's talk about Candace Owens a little bit more and how she you feel me? She caping for goddamn Charlie Kirk. You feel me? And we know. I think Charlie Kirk was allegedly clapping them cheeks, man. Because every time she see Erica Kirk, she got that side eye and she be talking a lot of shit.
Well,